we are so lucky to live in such an engaged and involved community that has all of these incredible social services that date back to the late 60s and early 70s, you know, and that social activism was such a pressing need, and the people of Lawrence stood up and met that need, and the Willow was one of many centers that grew out of that time, and that is something that we are so proud of.
A survivor who had been involved in our shelter services for several months. She has 2 children. Something that she said to me, and I remember very clearly providing her with toiletries that seemed kind of like anything else that we would hand out to survivors. You know, deodorant, shampoo, conditioner. She looked at me and she said that being able to provide these toiletries for her children, being able to provide a safe place for her children in this interim period, gave her one more reason not to go back to her abusive relationship.
I'm the director of the Survivor Access Program, and so that program is a new program here at the Willow that is designed to, I guess, make the Willow more culturally competent, make Willow more accessible to historically excluded or underserved populations. No matter who you are, what walk of life you come from, you will be served by the Willow. We don't discriminate based on race, gender, sexual orientation.
We have over 100 active volunteers who help us make this program, make all of the Willow work. Without them, we wouldn't have a Willow Domestic Violence Center. We need them to work in our shelter, to support our survivors in every way that happens in the shelter. That means providing resources, answering the hotline, being there for people in crisis in all kinds of ways. There are very few volunteer opportunities that are as meaningful as this one. When you volunteer at the Willow, you work directly with survivors of domestic violence, people and children, adults and children who really need our help and have nowhere else to turn for safety and basic needs to be met. So there are very few opportunities to really reach out and touch a life in a personal way, the way the volunteers here at the Willow do.
I am so personally honored, not only as the president of the board, but also as a volunteer in our safe shelter, to work with the staff of the Willow, the interns that we have every year, the volunteers that help us and just do so much of the work that needs to be done. It is such a pleasure to work with these people who are very passionate about what they do, how deeply they care for the people that we help, and how deeply they care about this community. It's just been something that I did not expect it to touch me as deeply as it has, but it has.
Okay. And just talk to the person who is in danger and just your message to her or to him.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I have been there, and it is a really, really scary thing and confusing thing to be in a relationship with someone that you love so much and not understanding why that person is hurting you, and feeling like if there's just something that I could do, if I could love him or her more or better in a different way, that this would change and then everything would be okay. And what I learned after a long time, and I think what most of us do learn, is that it's not our fault. It's never our fault. It's not your fault. You deserve to be happy.